The findings revealed that while 6% openly identify as gay, an additional 14 reported experiencing strong same-sex attractions, but chose not to disclose them publicly due to societal and cultural pressures.
So that 1 in 5 headline is a bit of a distraction. There's a bigger issue, and of course, like, we've been talking about DL men for a while on here, and I kind of like got to the thinking, right? And so this is my finding. So most men, gay or straight, are emotionally malnourished. Let's say it again. Most men are emotionally malnourished. And you might wonder why, when all these women are here to fix that, or we try to, right? So heterosexual men have pretty much been sold a lie that, little things like, hey bro, I love you bro, that's a show of affection, and that's enough, to sustain a relationship. And of course, like, most women have been complaining about that to some degree, because of course men don't hey bro us, but it's the same problem that women have with men. But I think we are exposing the issue, but the deeper issue is men are emotionally malnourished from relationships with other men, not women. So I just hit the hammer on the head. So this is the truth of the situation. Men are not malnourished from emotional relationships with women. They're malnourished from emotional relationships with men. And people conflate sexual intimacy with emotional intimacy, and it's two different things. So men crave or are malnourished from emotional intimacy with other men, which every time in our culture, in our society, and she just mentioned that, right? She just talked about that in that video. They're shamed for it. So any type of intimate relationship with another man is going to be deemed as homosexual. So it's pretty much shamed in our society, intimate relationship between male and male. But I don't think that you guys really get it, of the deeper problem that this actually creates. Okay? So men are shamed for it, and shame is a big topic that I'm gonna start talking about. I'm trying to fix my content towards that and just video them, and I'll put them out regardless. But a deeper part of the issue is, of course, men are shamed, and shame is a big issue in our society and in our culture. So pretty much, like, we see bro culture as men, that's their relationship with each other, right? But with women, we kind of tend to think of women as being more intimate and things like that, and women are not shamed for that. So why are men shamed for having intimate relationship with each other? And I think, like, the fact that they don't have intimate relationship with each other now, they pretty much just come to women and trauma bond, and all the problems that women have been complaining about, that's pretty much the relationships that they could offset with each other. Like, women are saying, like, oh, we don't want to do this emotional labor, where it's like, well, men and men, but an intimate relationship with a man and man that is not sexual, because it doesn't have to be sexual, just like an intimate relationship with a woman and woman doesn't have to be sexual. But because it's shamed in our society, then of course, like, if you feel ashamed for doing something, you're not going to do it. But I'm going to touch on that topic deeper. But the hey bro culture with men doesn't do it. It's very shallow, it's very superficial, it's very McDonald's. It doesn't go below the surface and provide men with the emotional connection that they need with another being, not just with women, but with another being. So even in that video, she was pointing out something. The real issue you're not pointing out is that men don't have intimate relationship with other men. So we could go back also historically to look at male friendships. Male friendships are usually life or death bonds. And another thing I was thinking about today too, that just like caught me deeply, like, we don't have a father figure in our society. Like, the father figure in our society just has failed us. There's none. And I think like this is a major part of the problem. So some men like feel like, oh well, I didn't have my dad, but it's really male and male bonding that's broken. And of course, in our culture right now, grind culture tells men, that only their productivity is worthy. They're only worthy because of their productivity, not because of their connection. Homophobia makes them fear of being too close to each other. And, you know, our digital life creates another issue where it's like there's no face to face vulnerability. There's just, of course, texting and emojis. So, of course, you guys make fun of men about the loneliness epidemic and all this other stuff, but I think there's a deeper issue at hand. For me, the deeper issue is of course shame, and of course shame surrounding intimacy with male and male. Does that make sense?